Welcome to this discussion on promoting professional workplace behavior. If you're watching this, you're a new member of our UC Health family, and we're so glad you're here. No doubt you've heard quite a bit about our pride values, and the pride theme continues here as we discuss how to create and maintain a safe, productive, and professional workplace culture. So let's get started. Professional workplace behavior should be what everyone can expect, no matter where you work. But sometimes, work and stress combine, resulting in negative workplace behaviors. Those of us in healthcare know that we work in an inherently stressful environment. Studies by OSHA and other U.S. government agencies have shown that workplace violence in healthcare and social service industries are substantially higher than in private industry. So why does this happen? Researchers surmise that it all goes back to survival. All of us humans are hardwired to kick into survival mode when faced with extremely stressful situations. Patients, families, caregivers, all of us working in a healthcare setting face very stressful situations every day. Actually, most days. Most hours of most days. So while it's no excuse, it's easy to understand how personal frustrations can lead to disruptive, unprofessional behaviors. Healthcare workers are no different than any other population. Each of us brings to work our personality, communication style, life experiences, mood, gender, generation, and culture. Most of us bring some sort of insecurity, even depression, anxiety, anger, arrogance. All of these things influence how we handle and respond to work stress. Most of the time, we do a great job managing our emotions and moderating our behavior at work. But there are times when situations reach a tipping point and unprofessional and disruptive behaviors surface. Unchecked, the impact of these unprofessional, disruptive workplace behaviors can be devastating for everyone involved and for the organization. For those on the receiving end, it has the psychological effect of lowering confidence, increasing fear, anger, confusion, shame, isolation, and over time, resignation. Many are discouraged from speaking up, even if they need help. This leads to burnout and eventual turnover. For a team, it leads to poor communication and teamwork, resulting in excessive absenteeism and overall bad morale. All of this reflects poorly on both the department and the organization, not to mention the cost of replacing lost talent or defending costly lawsuits if the situation rises to that level. But in healthcare, there can be another negative effect, the effect on patient care. Disruptive and unprofessional behaviors have been linked to adverse events, medical errors, compromises in patient safety, and even patient mortality. For example, a patient intimidated by witnessing disrespectful conduct by one staff member towards another could be afraid or hesitant to ask questions or provide important information for fear of being faced with disrespectful behavior himself. So what do unprofessional and disruptive workplace behaviors look like? It's likely that each of us has experienced unprofessional and disruptive workplace behaviors, but let's review a few of them. Overt behaviors can include yelling or cursing, belittling or shaming in front of others, grabbing things out of somebody's hands, physical threats, even throwing objects. Passive behaviors can include refusing to answer questions or returning calls, backstabbing, withholding information, recruiting others to take your side, and retaliation. Sound familiar? When such behaviors persist and are targeted towards an individual for a particular characteristic or belief, those behaviors can be deemed harassment, which carries yet another set of problems for individuals and organizations. And let's not forget about the impact of social media. We've all read about bullying, harassment, and inappropriate behavior happening through social media. While texting, tweeting, and posting are an undeniable part of how we communicate with each other, it's critical that each of us takes a moment to consider what we say, tweet, or post when there may be work-related implications. Privacy and professionalism should be our first considerations. Okay, so what can we do to help make our environment professional and appropriate? Self-awareness and regulation and empathy for others are the foundations of a professional workplace. Self-awareness is the ability to understand and interpret our own tendencies, moods, emotions, and needs, and how these impact other people. Empathy is the ability to understand and react appropriately to the emotions of others. It's walking in someone else's shoes to understand where they are coming from or why they're acting in a certain way. This is frustrating and uncomfortable sometimes, especially when you know immediately that your point of view or your way makes so much more sense. But having empathy can help diffuse your reactions so that rational thoughts can resume and influence decisions and solutions. Okay, now that we've looked at managing our own emotions and behaviors in the workplace, your facilitators will walk through some scenarios involving inappropriate and unprofessional behavior of others. These should be fun and something that you can participate in from your experience. So thanks for listening, and congratulations on becoming a part of the UC Health team.